Hello, it is Sunday, January 13th, 2013, and this is a puzzle by Ravensburger. This is a map of the world from 1611 by Peter van den Kier. And wait, this is not the puzzle, hold on. This is just the box of the puzzle. This, you can take a look, here's a better view of the map here. Lots of things going on. Wait, this is not the puzzle. This is just the poster that came with the puzzle. The puzzle, in fact, is over here. It is a 9,000 piece puzzle that I have just completed. It was a pretty amazing puzzle. I bought this puzzle when we were at the old house, so probably 8 years ago. Hadn't had the time to work on it. The folks at Ravensburger are nice enough to have split the puzzle into two bags representing two parts of the two halves of the puzzle. So I worked on one half and then the other half. Finished this half right here, this eastern half of the puzzle, maybe a year and a half ago. And that probably took me over a 6-month period, working off and on. And then this half, I opened the bag up in the summer, and I did the border. Then I sat on it, and I worked on it very little. Then I sat on it, and then starting at about Thanksgiving, I really have been working on it a lot, and I finally finished it today. It's pretty impressive. It's the largest puzzle I've ever built. It is not the most difficult puzzle I've ever built, though. That puzzle is a 5,000 piece puzzle by Ravensburger that I completed a few years ago. Right here, this puzzle, the reason why it was more difficult, a lot going on in this puzzle. I really like the picture, but that was the only picture I had to work off of. So I had to work off the box and really go piece by piece. It was very difficult. Had a lot of eye strain, a lot of neck strain. Doing that one. This one was comparatively easy. It takes up a full ping pong table, which I'm lucky enough to own. And for those of you who are very interested in how I built this thing, continue listening. If not, thank you for tuning in. Okay, here's how I built the thing. Some strategies I used and how it came together. I've been building complex puzzles, jigsaw puzzles, since I was about 5 years old. And so I've got some techniques that I use. Of course, when I opened up the puzzle, the first thing I did was build the border. That was pretty straightforward, except for the border is a repetitive pattern that's very easy to get messed up on. Once I figured out how to do it, it wasn't so bad, but my first few tries at it, I kept getting the wrong pieces in it. After separating some pieces, I concentrated on this bottom part of this puzzle, this nice picture of ships and cherubs and clouds and things like that. And the reason I did is because the texture of this area is very different from anywhere else in the puzzle. You can see this is more delicate painting. This is more of a rough, almost woodcut. So it's two different types of pictures that came in that they made this map out of. Next, I concentrated on this ribbon across the top that tells about the map. I won't try to read it for you because my Latin is non-existent. After that, you can see that there's all these little pictures that are kind of framed on the side. And the pictures are of places around the world and various peoples and places and interesting representations. And I concentrate on those because they have borders in them. And using the borders, let's see here, red and gold borders, I was able to pull those pieces aside and really put the borders together. And also the names there. The names are pretty easy to find because there's not much, not many words that are that clear on this map. After working on those and putting those together, then I worked on the giant circle, the globes of the Earth, or of the map I should say, each half. Those were pretty straightforward. Then I concentrated on the lines that go across the map. the equator, the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn. Once I got those in place, I had nice ribbons going across my map. Also, there were a few spots that that were pretty easy to pull out at the time. Things like this text right there. These big areas here. More text. The north arrows, the roses that are up here throughout the map. After that, I discovered that not all the pieces look like this. The 2 and 1s, which are the most common jigsaw puzzle piece, that sometimes you'll find entire puzzles just made of those. There are also other pieces like this that were 3 and 1, 1 and 3, 1 and 4, 3 and 1. And it turns out those pieces go in ribbons all the way across the puzzle. It was very, once I determined, and they go in a pattern. So I was able to work that pattern all the way through. And if you saw me after I worked those patterns across, I had these ribbons just that kind of went across the entire puzzle. And it really looked kind of funky, but that was the way I worked it. So that was kind of the easy parts of the puzzle. Once I had those in place, then it was kind of just working off of color and texture, concentrating at first on the skies of the various pictures, and then some of the more bright colors like the reds and the yellows, and the loud greens that you find every now and then, and some of the patterns of the dresses. This guy was pretty easy to work on right there. So once I started filling in, it just was kind of slow and methodical going across. First I separated out by colors, and then once I did all the reds, I did all the blues and yellows and oranges, and then I got down to the final 1,000 pieces or so, and just kind of had to go piece by piece and figure things out. And the final day, today, I got down to 100 pieces, and actually snapped in the last 100 pieces fairly easily. Then I put the two halves of the puzzle together. I'm going to step back here and show you how big this thing it really is. Like I said, it takes up the entire ping pong table. I did have to bring in lights, of course. These taller lights that I used really helped on eye strain. Plus, it's a dark basement. So I really want to thank Heather and Neil and Miles for allowing me the time to work on this. I tell you, you get the OCD going and you can really get things done. And so I'm very proud of myself tonight. It's a big accomplishment. This is the largest puzzle I will ever do. I can't imagine myself doing something bigger. I'm not sure how long I'm going to let this be on the ping pong table so I can show it off to anybody that comes over. If you come over sometime to take a look at it, it's pretty amazing and I'm pretty happy with myself. So thanks for listening and watching.